I have the next 3 hours to create 10 of your ideas in Scratch. If I don't finish all 10, whatever idea I'm currently on, the person who submitted that idea gets to tweet anything from my Twitter account. So I recently tried out Scratch for the first time and I learned the basics, but now I want to see how far I can actually push Scratch. This is a terrible idea. So I prepared a little like Google form for you guys to submit your ideas. I think it's right here. Wait, you guys didn't see that, right? This is what I meant. This is the Google form. Please pretend you didn't see that. All right, as soon as I press this button, there's no going back. I have to find 10 ideas and complete them. Mario, but Breaking Bad. Here, so the player character is going to be, honestly, he's pretty hot. I mean, it's a good looking sprite. Okay, we've used 5 minutes. We are on decent pace, I think. And there we go. We have Super Mario, but Breaking Bad. Looks good to me. Next one. I like this one, I think. A platformer, but you have to switch gravity around. I think we can do that. So basically what I'm thinking, guys, I have another variable for, I'll call it like gravity direction. If your gravity direction is 1, or I'll make the default 0, then you want to change your x by your x velocity. But if the gravity direction is 1, then what you want to do is change your y by your x velocity. If you press space, basically flip your gravity. Now if I flip, he moves up and down with the arrow keys. The last thing I want to do is I need to obviously add gravity so that he's always moving down or left, depending on the current gravity direction. So if your x position is greater than -225 and gravity direction mod 2 equals 1, and for this one, I'll say -92 and gravity direction mod 2 equals 0. Now we should have gravity. So he falls, and if I switch gravity, does he fall? It seems like it doesn't work. It's supposed to be if x position is greater than that. Yeah, okay. That's the issue. All right, let's see what happens now. Now if I switch gravity. Oh, I understand. I'm dumb. I messed up how these are working. Now I'm thinking this should work. Yeah, it kind of works. Yeah, look, he's falling this way. Now he's falling this way. All right, I think we kind of have a platformer where you can switch gravity. And now he should rotate in the direction of gravity. Oh yes, perfect. What a beautiful game we have here. This is a good one. This is a good one, guys. So you might look at this idea and think it's a little unreasonable, a little inappropriate even, but I think from an efficiency perspective, we have to go with it. I know it's a little vulgar, maybe a little inappropriate for this stream, maybe not the safest idea for YouTube, but it's a really easy idea to make. Let me just demonstrate. Walter White is an egg. As we've established, the shape of his head is very similar to an egg. The objective of the game should be to avoid these guys. They're like little minnows. There we go. Solid sprite if you asked me. Minnow.png. So you're the egg and you have to avoid the minnows. Yeah, maybe they just spawn and they move across the screen. I think that would make a lot of sense. So then you're gonna have to switch gravity and go up here, and then when they fall this way, you have to switch gravity and go over here. Genius idea. I am honestly a really good game developer. This idea is straight up genius. Haha, perfect. Dodging the minnows as the egg. We need some that move vertically as well. First, you want to create a clone of Minnow 1. How? Maybe it only gets deleted when you start as a clone, if that makes sense. Oh, so what I could do, perfect, actually, never mind. Oh, is it deleting the clone that I create? I'm so confused. It should delete itself and spawn a Minnow 2, and Minnow 2, I guess I should make the Minnow visible maybe, and then also get rid of this code. And now this should work. Let's go. So you can dodge them vertically and dodge them horizontally. Boom. If you think I scared you, then that's a good sign, because the next idea is horror game. And what better way to turn a game into a horror game than by adding a jump scare? So here's what I'm gonna do. When you die, I'm going to make this weird thing pop up on the screen. Sounds like a great idea. So let's turn this game into a horror game. I'm thinking this will be a relatively easy addition to make. Is there a way to make a sprite invisible? As you can switch the costume. True. Okay, I'll make another costume then. And that will be the default costume. So when this thing is clicked, nothing happens. But then when you spawn as a clone, switch costume to Curse Cat. And then I think you need to wait. How do you wait first time? Wait, and then just delete this clone. So now when you die, you should get jump scared. Why did that actually scare me? Oh, okay, that's a good sign. But obviously, this jump scare isn't complete. There are two components to a jump scare. The scary image, but then we also need some scary audio. This game is officially a horror game, and we can move on to the next idea. Incorporate trigonometry into your game. Whoever submitted that is an absolute nerd, but let's go for it. So what I'm thinking we do here is a very simple idea. We make a high score that bobs up and down with a sine wave. All right, perfect. So now we have this score button, and I'll just update that whenever. In my forever loop, set the Y position, 100 plus sine of, oh, I need like a tick. Change tick by 1, set tick to 0. So now there should be, oh yeah, look, it's bobbing. Or was it? Yeah, it's bobbing up and down though, just very slowly. So what I can do, I'll set this like 10. All right, so we have implemented some trigonometry, but right now this pop-up is completely useless. But I already know exactly what we're gonna do with it. And that leads me to the next idea. The next idea is a game where you can move around to collect apples. So what I'm thinking is you collect apples and the apples add to your score, and the score is displayed at the top of the screen. So with that, we have an objective. So the apples will be like the same as the minnows, pretty much. So we duplicate the minnows. I can change their costume to an apple. So the difference here is instead of resetting, change score by 1. That's actually about it. All right, now you can collect apples and it increases your score. Okay, it's a little difficult. We are an hour and 28 minutes in. So Sonic, but slow. You're probably wondering, how am I gonna implement this? Here's my idea. These minnows, pretty easy to dodge. They move at a speed that does not make them too difficult to avoid. But I think if they moved extremely slow, that would actually add a bit of challenge. So here's my idea. We make a Sonic minnow that occasionally spawns, but has a significantly slower speed. When a minnow spawns, there will be a slight chance of it spawning as Sonic. Set minnow speed to 0.5. There it is. Okay, yeah, maybe this, why did I think this would make it more difficult? This definitely makes it easier, but still, it's a feature nonetheless. Every once in a while, everything on screen becomes small for 5 to 10 seconds. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna create another sprite, and then this will be called Size Manager. And what I'll do is literally just in my events, I'll wait a random amount of time. I'm gonna create a variable called global size. And what I'll do is I will set global size to 0.1, waits from 5 to 10 seconds, set global size back to 1, and just repeat that. So now I just have to scale everything in the game by global size. Set size to global size. Okay, this is easy. I just gotta put this in all of them. Stupid Sonic. Wait, is he gonna kill me? No, we're good. Oh, everything shrunk. Amazing. 2 more ideas to go. 45 minutes. This is kind of intense. All right, this one is literally free. Make a Mario Galaxy background. I'll have you know, I'm actually a Mario Galaxy expert, so adding a background from the game should be pretty easy. It's been a while since I played the game, but I think these are like the Lumas. There we go. I think we have a Mario Galaxy background. Now we can move on to our final idea, and we might even have some time to polish. Who knows? Assuming this last idea is doable. I know the perfect way to end this game. The perfect final idea. Among Us. The greatest game of our generation. The game that saved 2020, and the game that will complete my game and turn it into a masterpiece. So what I'm thinking is create a timer. So similar to the thing that changes your scale over time, we have another thing that has a random chance of turning everything in the game into an Among Us. So just like my size manager, I'm going to make an Amogus manager. I'll literally just broadcast another event thing, whatever these are. We'll call it Amogusify and de-Amogusify. Now let's make the duration very, very little. 1 to 3 seconds. It's just gonna hit them. They'll be like, what just happened? I'll make it happen every 50 to 70 seconds. You'll have to play this for a little bit to get the Amogus Easter egg. What I need to do is every sprite in the game, I have to make an Among Us costume for. He's no longer Walter White. He's an Among Us crewmate. Our game should now randomly Amogusify if we play it for long enough. Let's go! The Amogusify works. That means we've done it. That means I've completed the challenge. What can I say, guys? I'm a professional. I think it's time now to publish this game. You are Super Walter White and are exploring space with your pet Luma. But watch out. Thousands of space minnows have mistaken you for an egg due to your head shape and are competing to pollinate you. This amazing game was invented by my Twitch chat. They are held responsible for any brain damage caused from playing this game. I cannot believe this is a real description. Thank you, Twitch chat, for giving me your terrible ideas. I hate you.